What's up, Taurus? This is Jesse with 44 Astro with a full moon tarot reading for the full moon coming up on May 23rd. This full moon will be at 9:53 a.m. It's going to be at 2 degrees Sagittarius, which will put it in the 19th mansion of the moon. I will put a picture of the 19th mansion of the moon up. I think it's called the Sting. It's not really a good mansion. But again, we won't be in the mansion that long. It's more about being like a battle right there. Emotions are running high. The astrology right now, it's not really so much about the location of this full moon, which for you was going to be your 7th or 8th house, well, is your 7th or 8th house. It's a house of like your one-on-one relationships. The 8th house is inheritances, sex, death, transformation. It's really where that moon is pointing, which is to Taurus, where the sun is conjuncting Jupiter and Venus and Uranus and a nice little stellium there, which will bring luck. Those are all good things. Those are all good planets to be touching each other right now. And if you are a Taurus ascendant, that's going to be touching your 1st or your 2nd house. So, I mean, that's the house of self, 1st house. So, I mean, that's just being lucky. Like, whatever it is that you do, however you present yourself out there will probably be well accepted. If it's your 2nd house, that's money. I mean, Taurus in general represents my money. So, I mean, like, you could be lucky in money right now. Sudden money, too. And the only really malefic that's really messing with that is Pluto in a trine. So it's like, these cards definitely want to come out. It's in a trine, so it's going to be supporting it. You know, it could be about you may gain some kind of power, some kind of great transformation. It's very beneficial to you. I mean, it occurring in Taurus, this stellium is going to be, I mean, whether you're Taurus ascendant, moon, or sun, I mean, it's going to be affecting a part of your natal chart. So it's going to be a strong transit for you. So you should be pretty lucky right now, overall. Now, misfortunes sometimes disguise themselves, and on the other side of it, you find it as luck. So just because if something is kind of going rough in your life, just watch and see how it unfolds, and then see how things transform afterwards. Oh, you got a healing here, or a wish. And your moon card was emotions are running high. But, like I said, your 7th and 8th house is actually lit up by the moon. So there could be something with your one-on-one relationships. You could find love right now, right? Or you could be at least thinking about it. And the sun, you know, that's with the moon in Sagittarius, that's like big picture stuff. So you could be thinking about the big picture, like the wedding, the family, the white picket fence. But the sun is in Gemini, so that's going to be like you have to break it down and take the steps and really know how you're going to accomplish that. But it's very favorable right now to be able to do that because those are all very beneficial planets touching each other in a specific area, in Taurus specifically. So, I mean, money may be the answer. I mean, it's Taurus, right? Anyway, emotions are running high, Taurus. It's going to mean different things for different people. This is a general reading. It could have to do with money because you're crowned by worrying about money, or at least watching your money. They're poor and they're walking and they're sickly and haggard, but everything they need is actually right behind them, and they're just not paying attention. It's the same balance. This is in the center of the reading. Your balance is being crossed by, looks like, ambition, or there's an actual fire sign or a fiery individual, a confident individual, maybe even overbearing individual that's in your situation that's throwing off your balance. And Tauruses love being balanced. They love being calm. They love things being a specific way. That way they can manage them well. Tauruses move slowly, but when they move, it's done right every single time. They don't like to be rushed. Let them do it at their own pace, and it will get done correctly, meticulously, and correctly. So there may be somebody around you that's trying to press your meticulous nature. They're like, go, 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 go. And you're like, no. That ain't how I work. Behind you, some kind of truth was revealed to you. This could be a brutal truth. That might be why you're worried about money. Something that upset you. Well, it doesn't necessarily have to upset you, but it's some kind of like brutal truth, like straight truth. This is what it is. And it may not be exactly what you wanted to hear. It could also be that there is an air sign individual around you or that you communicated with recently. Could be that this person is actually an air sign individual, right? Because, you know, air and fire complementary. You know, you blow air into fire. I mean, there's a lot in common with air and fire. They tend to be. I mean, I'm a fire individual, so I talk fast. These types of things, think quickly. Both fire and air will do that. They'll be those type of people. So it could be the same person even. They just present themselves in a specific way. You may be worried about money, and this could be someone that's like a boss. There could be an opportunity here. Now, for some of you, this is a possibility that you found out you were pregnant, because this card can absolutely, and this could be the message that you got. You found out, hey, you're pregnant, or that you got somebody pregnant. If that's the case, congratulations. Because there ain't nothing more beautiful than being a parent, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not a parent. I wish I was, but I'm not. Wasn't in my stars. Wasn't my destiny. But that's a beautiful thing. But most likely, this is some kind of opportunity, a nice, very profitable opportunity, if you can see it as such. And it may be coming from this individual that's like, let's go. And you're like, yo, you need to take care of the details, right? Because that's how Tauruses are. They're like, we need to take care of the details. I don't just want to risk my money or jump into something. And that might be what they're asking you to do. Invest your time, invest your money. And if you found out you're pregnant, they may be like, we need to build a life together, that type of thing. This could be somebody from your past, like a family member. But it also could be the unconscious influence is the give and take. You may be having to give some of your money to this situation in order to reap the rewards, but it's a risk. And you may be worried about that. But I would suggest that if you have this opportunity, even if you have to invest money, as long as they're putting in their part too. Now, this could be a family member or somebody from your past that you've known that's coming to you with this. And they're the kind of person that probably needs you to take care of the details, as well as they are someone that you need to like get out there, get in front of people, be charismatic, talk fast, make the deals, that type of thing. And that's a dangerous combination. You get those two types together. It's the yin and the yang. That's harmony, if you can get it to work right? But this looks like a big opportunity. It looks like you're worried about it, worried about losing money. Who wouldn't be? If you know, now if it's, you know, you're about to have a child or you're about to be a father of a child, I'd be worried about money too. I mean, if it's like child support, that's one thing. If it's that you just have to take care of a child now, which is not cheap, you may have to be worried about that. But I mean, it's still a beautiful thing and very much worth it. You know, this is you right now, and this is a Taurus card. So this is, I mean, maybe you're very comfortable right now. And you're like, I don't necessarily need to do this. And that's true. And Tauruses love their patterns, and they love things to be like how they can predict them. I mean, really, who doesn't, right? But you may be thinking, well, this may upset the apple cart. And you're like, I don't necessarily want to change from this because you're comfortable now. But in your environment is something very, very good. This may be a very profitable opportunity, like more than you could have ever wished for type thing. You know, all these cups are full. These are having more cups than you could ever imagine. So like, it may be a risk to you right now, but I think it's going to pay off because the advice is like, go ahead and do it because you're going to get paid. The outcome is you not knowing, right? This is you not knowing. That's you right now. You don't know. You don't know how this is going to turn out. But you can't control that. You can only control yourself. And whatever happens around you, you can only control how you interact or react, think, feel, act about it. And that's where your power lies. You're not going to be able to see everything. You can only prepare so much. And it's good to be prepared. But there's always going to be some kind of like monkey wrench thrown in. That's just the way life works. It's just how well you deal with the adversities when they come along. And the more prepared you are, which Tauruses are almost always prepared, it generally is pretty easy to get through it or work past it. This situation has got you worried, I think. Maybe you've already invested, or maybe you've already put effort, money, and time into this, and you don't feel like you're seeing what you need to see, or you don't know, right? You feel like there's a lot of variables at stake, but like this is in the environment, so this is lurking around, which is very nice. And this is the advice: don't worry, feel abundant, and if you feel abundant, you're gonna be abundant, right? The way you Vibrate out. You want to think and feel abundant. Know that you're going to succeed. Don't even contemplate the fact that you won't, no matter what comes in front of you. It's hard to do because, we're people, we're emotional. Like something gets in our way, it's like, oh shit, maybe we wasn't it. But you can easily just be like, you know what, just another step. Just one thing I got to get through. If I want to accomplish this, I got to go through the steps. And that's what you're going to do here. And I feel like emotions are going to be running high, and it could be in a very good way. But it can also be in a bad way. But that'll be your choice, right? But there's a great opportunity here for you. Take the risk. I think a lot of Taurus's missions, right, in life, because from my experience, Tauruses tend to be, they like patterns. They don't like changing, at least not quickly, anything like that. They don't like taking risks that they don't know, everything that's going to happen. They want to kind of make sure that everything, especially financially. That's why they're great negotiators. And you definitely want those kind of people handling your money if you have a lot of money. But I think taking a risk is probably what's going to, because everything is tension of opposites. So if you want to balance, you can't lean so heavily to the safe and to like the familiar. Sometimes you got to step out into the unfamiliar and take a risk. And that, it's not gonna feel comfortable or right, because that's really not how you're built. But it's what you're designed to learn so that you can become whole, so you can get the other side of the coin. All right, so get the tension so you can get in the middle. Anyway, I digress. That's all I have, Taurus. Big opportunity. Take the risk. I think it'll be good for you. I think it's going to pay off. And if it's, like I said, if it's something to do with having a child, jump in. It's probably going to work out. Even if you didn't expect it, And even if you did expect it, don't worry too much about it. It's going to work out. All right, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. You don't have to if you don't want to. I think that most people find my channel just through like the recommended. But if you don't want to miss videos, I think I need to start promoting clicking that bell, because that bell will make sure that when I do release a video that it will tell you that I released a video. So if you click the bell, that'd be awesome too. And I always do these on new and full moons, because astrology is the fundamental necessity for tarot to exist. That's why it's attached to signs. That's why everything's attached to a specific. Each card has a sign or a planet that's associated with, especially in a lot of other decks. It's because the fundamental thing for tarot to exist is astrology. And if your tarot readers don't really know the astrology, they're basically leaving out the fundamental science that makes this possible. But if you don't want to miss, like I said, anyway, I digress. Please consider clicking that bell so that when I do release a new video, it'll notify you, instead of you just having to wait for like to pop up recommended, because the algorithm doesn't really help that way. I don't think, not much, not for people that haven't been doing this very long or have a lot of subscribers and views. But anyway, thanks for being here. Either way, don't have to if you don't want to. Happy full moon, Taurus. I hope to see you here again.